With Roadblock coming up this weekend, just what will WWE do on the Raw Go Home show tonight? We'll try to answer that question as WGS-TV previews Monday Night Raw for the week of December 12th, 2016. Hey YouTube, are you ready for your hot tag? Because if you are, it's definitely time to work.
What's up, boys and girls? This is Lance White, and you are watching WGS TV.
What's up, guys? I'm the WrestleGamer. Welcome back to another episode of WGS TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. Joining me on this preview of Monday Night Raw this week, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as our resident music mogul over on YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. It's going to get cold around here, but I'm doing pretty good.
With only 3 confirmed matches so far for Roadblock, WWE will have to, at the very least, set up more matches for this show this Sunday. And this goes back to what I was saying about TLC and the lack of time needed to set up proper angles for a good show. With the way WWE is setting it up, it looks like Roadblock won't be any better than TLC. Be sure to check out Sports Entertainment Tonight this Thursday night for a full breakdown of Roadblock. However, there are some big things happening tonight that we're going to talk about. So with that being said, let's preview Monday Night Raw. The New Day are just 1 day away from Demolition's tag team title reign record as they get set to defend the tag team titles against both Cesaro and Sheamus and the team of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in a triple threat tag team title match. Now, Lance, there are 2 possibilities that can happen here as far as the New Day is concerned solely. One is WWE wanting to break Demolition's record, and with the New Day just 1 day away from that happening, then more than likely they'll keep the titles on them tonight. And if there's a title match this Sunday, like we were talking about before this recording, then there's the possibility of them dropping the titles there. What are the chances of that scenario happening tonight?
Of them dropping?
Yeah, no, of them keeping the titles tonight and dropping them this Sunday if there's a title match.
Well, keeping definitely, because, I mean, there is a lawsuit between Demolition and the WWE. So, Demolition's losing that, as of tomorrow, is losing their record. That's no bones about it. But possibly a Roadblock? Depends on how good of a card they get at Roadblock. Because if it's a crap card, they ain't losing it there.
There is the possibility, however, of a second scenario happening. That is WWE pulling a major swerve and having New Day drop the titles tonight. And out of frustration, they turn the New Day heel again. As far as who they would put the titles on, that remains a mystery. But I think the bigger picture when it comes to the tag team title match tonight, Lance, is whether or not WWE will keep the titles on the New Day just so they can break the record.
Like I said, they're breaking the record. It just depends on when is their record going to end.
The repackaging and debut of Emelina is here. After weeks of seeing absolutely gorgeous pictures of Emelina, and let's be honest, Lance, it's made a lot of us jealous of Zack Ryder for once. Probably the only thing we can be jealous of Zack Ryder for. He gets to bang that. You know what I mean?
And probably had more YouTube subscribers than any of us.
Well, probably not more than Markiplier or PewDiePie, but that's another story. WWE unleashes the Emelina character tonight on Raw, but here's the question, Lance. What kind of character will Emelina be? What are your thoughts?
Well, the way they're doing, I'm guessing kind of the snotty little model gimmick kind of thing.
Kind of like what Rick Martel was during his career?
Yeah.
You know, or will they try to pass her off as the character they tried with Eva freaking Marie? I think what makes this difficult, Lance, is the fact that we've only seen pictures and no vignettes to build a character off from, so I guess there's really no way to tell which way WWE will go with the new Emelina character tonight, wouldn't you think?
That's 100% right. Because I mean, with Razor Ramon, you had kind of this machismo going. With Carlito, with the
Caribbean Cool,
yeah, whatever the hell. I mean, Epico and Primo, whatever the hell they're calling those weird ass name they're calling them. You kind
Shining Stars.
You were able to get the feel of what they were going to be. Same with you got guys like Neville, Sami Zayn. I would say with Finn Balor, but no, you just knew the damn character. With all these people, you had vignettes to figure out what the hell they were. I have no damn idea with Emma now. I have no damn idea.
Yeah, because honestly, before they repackaged her, I liked what they were doing with her. You know, with the tough, badass woman.
Yeah.
That she was, and she even looked hot while she was doing it. So I don't understand why WWE felt the need to repackage the gimmick when the gimmick she had at the time was working for her. But then again, this is WWE logic we're talking about here, and we put logic in quotation marks when we talk about that. But anyway, on to the next point. For the past several weeks, we've seen Sami Zayn lobbying for a rematch with Braun Strowman. Now, Lance, chances are that tonight on Raw, Mick Foley will cave in and set up a match for them for Roadblock. And like I said at the beginning of this video, Lance, they need to set up more matches with only 3 matches confirmed for the pay-per-view this Sunday.
They have to do it, or else we ain't even going to go 2 damn hours.
Yeah, you got a point. But let's just hope that when Foley caves in tonight, Lance, and sets up the match, that he can keep his teeth in his damn mouth.
You know, the only thing I can think of is maybe if he makes a couple of Royal Rumble qualifier matches for Roadblock, maybe. I mean,
possibly.
Because, I mean, we were only able to think of, what, 5 matches for tonight? I mean, for Roadblock.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them's the 31-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah. But, again, it's very hard to say what they're going to do. You know, what else could they do in 1 week's time? And then again, like I said, going back to TLC, the lack of proper time given to build sufficient angles for a good show. Roadblock will not be any better than TLC. I can guarantee that right now. But will we still watch it? Yes, of course.
Will we talk mad trash during it? Of course.
Of course. Now, speaking of that, the Jericho-Kevin Owens friendship, has been crumbling to pieces over the past couple of weeks, and with Owens costing Jericho the United States Championship last week, which is still a move I don't understand, as I talked about it on last week's Raw review, I suspect, Lance, that WWE will have Kevin Owens try to do what he can to apologize to Jericho and make it up to him any way he can.
Yeah, I mean, and we're either going to see the match between the two either at Rumble or Mania. I'm leaning more towards Rumble.
Yeah, because I don't know if they could even though we do know that Jericho and Owens is good, and Andy would probably say, oh yeah, Kevin Owens is really good, since he is a closet Kevin Owens fan.
Oh, he's in love with him. He's in love with him. And Andy, I know I'm going to get chewed out for saying that, but you know you're in love with him.
But I just don't know if they could extend the feud as far as Mania, which is why I too suspect that when the eventual confrontation between them happens, not only will it be at the Royal Rumble, but I feel that for it to be necessarily a good confrontation, Lance, it has to be for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, Y2J is fitting to go on tour with Ozzy. Like, I think in February, I think.
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check that out to be more positive than that. But anyway, final point for the preview video this week. One of the more interesting storylines as of late on Monday Night Raw has been the Charlotte-Sasha Banks feud over the Raw Women's Championship. Now, granted, that pushes the rest of the women's division on Raw to the side, but, and this is my logic on this, Lance, my logic solely. If the angle is working, and the women have good chemistry with each other on the mic and in the ring, then honestly, I don't have much of an objection to it.
Well,
Now, note I said much of an objection.
it's getting a little stale.
Well, they've been trying to push the envelope as of late. The Falls Count Anywhere match they did for the title a couple of weeks ago was absolutely amazing. Much better than the Hell in the Cell match that they did. And now they're going to push it even further by having the first women's Iron Man match on the main roster. When I think back to the last time they had a women's Iron Man match in WWE, it was for the NXT Women's Championship between Bayley and Sasha Banks, and they tore the house down with that match, Lance. So with the chemistry that Charlotte and Sasha Banks have, they have the potential to not only repeat that, but possibly push it even further.
I've never been that big of a Charlotte guy. And honestly, I think, okay, I don't agree with him having 2 shows, other than, and I'm not counting the Survivor Series, 2 shows back to back with the first ever women's. Like, to me, they should spread it out a little bit. And I personally think they should have had, for some reason or another, whatever, Sasha turn on Bayley and have those 2 have the first ever women's Iron Man match on main roster. Because I think they could have knocked it out of the park more. That's it, personally.
Considering what they did, I believe it was at NXT Brooklyn last year when they had that match.
Match of the year.
Yep. Now, as we saw last week, 2 things happened. One is Sasha challenged Charlotte to an Iron Man or Iron Woman's match. You pick which one you want, and to me, Iron Woman is a better fit, which I believe this match has been accepted and confirmed on WWE.com for Roadblock. And 2, we saw Charlotte absolutely destroy Sasha Banks after she ran down to help out Ric Flair. It'll be interesting, Lance, to see how WWE will have both of them do in response to what happened at the end of Monday Night Raw, and what are the chances of, since this happened in the main event segment last week, of the fallout from this happening in the opening segment of Raw tonight?
Okay, because I actually see this, probably there's a high possibility of this main eventing Roadblock. I have to say it's probably got to go later.
So if we do see it in the main event segment of Monday Night Raw, then chances are the Iron Man match will be main eventing Roadblock.
Yeah, honestly, because I think it's got the most steam behind it. Then again, something that had the most steam behind it freaking flopped like a dead fish at Survivor Series.
Yeah, it definitely did. But anyway, that's been our thoughts. Lance, any final thoughts on what we could see on Monday Night Raw tonight?
God, I have a feeling we're going to see a whole bunch of scrambling. We'll be seeing a whole bunch of scrambling behind the scenes.
Yep, definitely. And again,
probably an ass whooping on Enzo from Rusev. Although, how you doing?
Yep, which could set up a match between Big Cass and Rusev for Roadblock. So that could be another potential match right there. And again, like I said already twice in this video, WWE not having sufficient enough time to set up angles and matches for a proper show. That's why TLC didn't do as good as it should have done, and which is why more than likely Roadblock this weekend will not do as good as it could do. But then again, that's just our opinions. We want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on what we could see on Monday Night Raw tonight. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Want to hear what you guys have to say? Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button like a champ. Lance, what can fans expect to see when they come visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Well, guitar builds, a bunch of other stuff, and every once in a night I go live on Lance Moss TV and Friends. Never know who's going to show up, but it's just us bullshitting.
And don't forget, this Thursday night on Sports Entertainment Tonight, me, Nick Nede Fukwe, and Mark the Smart Traha, if he's feeling better, because last week he was sick, we will be breaking down Roadblock. So if you want to get in your picks for Roadblock, you can do so this Thursday night on Sports Entertainment Tonight. We go live every Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time, live call-in and live chat show. So if you guys want to get in your thoughts, you have the chance to do so right there as well. And don't forget, I'll have a couple of videos in the annotations at the end of this video for you guys to check out as well. And if you guys want to check out more of wrestling talk with awesome gameplay, you know the way to do it. You got to hit that subscribe button down below. So with that being said, for the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, I'm your friendly neighborhood wrestle gamer, and I will see you next time right here on WGS TV. Bye, guys!